Hey friends, welcome back to Allie Parker's World. So before we start this beautiful bookshelf tour, I just want to say that I'm really sorry that I haven't filmed anything or posted anything in a couple of weeks. Just the pandemic really got to me. And, it's that my husband and I both lost our jobs. I found a new job, so I'm working 40 hours a week, which is great, but it means that I have less time to devote to the things that I really want to devote it to, like, YouTube. I have a couple channels that kind of I just didn't have time, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. I read a little bit, but I just, honestly, everything kind of just tumbled in on me at once, and I just didn't handle the situation right, so I was kind of taking a step back, taking a break. And we were also in the middle of moving, and so we're finally here, and it's coming together. There's still quite a bit that I need to put away and find a spot for, but I've been working all day. I only get one day off, and then I go back to work tomorrow, so I really just wanted to film a little bit. So this is going to be a bookshelf tour. And I've never actually given you a bookshelf tour because, well, my bookshelf is always super messy. She says as she pulls a couple receipts off her bookshelf. Whoops. But no, I just got it together today, and I'm super proud of it. I'm actually going to give you this whole space because I got my new reading chair right here in my little reading nook, and I'm super excited for it. I'm really pumped. So, without further ado, let's do this reading nook bookshelf tour. Yeah. Alright, so ignore that stuff. I haven't quite put it away yet. That's actually our camping stuff in here. My husband's supposed to put that out in the RV. So when he comes home, I'm going to make him do that. And that one I just need to finish. But you come into the room, and my bookshelf is right there in the corner. And my chair to read in is right there. And I'm going to take all this stuff off this little folding table. And I'm going to fold it and put it right up here. So that'll be really cool. And then their dog food is going to be moved. They just don't know it yet. Alright, so there's my reading chair. I'm super stoked for it. And I still have enough room to get through and go to bed. Or where the real magic happens, get through and come to my bookshelf. Alright, so the first thing we have here is my Chihuahua. Cool story about this little girl here. So I have 3 Chihuahuas, which you guys know if you watch my channel. See, there's 2 of them. The other one's outside, or under the couch in the living room. But this was my first Secret Santa. And Dave, my friend, he picked me for Secret Santa at work. And he got me this because he knew that I loved Chihuahuas. And it says Chihuahua. And I accidentally broke her ear today. So I was putting her kind of right there, so you can't really tell as much unless you already knew. But, okay. Then on this side is a picture of my baby brother and me. Oh man, I was young back then. And then one of my 2 dice. So, let me show you what I usually do. So, I usually have this, and I move it. Well, that's kind of in the middle, so let's do it again. Okay, so it says pray, like it already did. So, for pray, I put it back up there, and it says pray. And then I do that with my gold one, which is a couple shelves down. But this is the fun part. The part that you guys are really here for. Okay, so I only have one shelf that I've actually read. This is not it yet. But if you notice, these are all done by last name of the author. I alphabetized them. So it's P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern. Then Albono wrote Finding You. The Doubt Factory was Paolo Bacaluppi. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm very sorry. This book is not yet rated. So these are all my books. Okay. The cool thing about this one is How to Love is that I've actually read the first half of this book, and then I went in a freaking reading slump. Okay, but How to Love by Katie Cotogno. I actually really enjoyed it. I haven't finished it because I suck. Well, no, because of reading slumps. Alright. So I'm going to put that guy back. Maybe. It's hard to do with one hand. Alright, then there's Staying Fat for Sarah Burns. Hello, Sunshine. Kissed, which is actually 3 books. There are 3 retellings. Retelling of Beauty and the Beast, which is Belle. Sunlight and Shadow is, I'm not really sure what's a retelling of, but the princess gets kidnapped. I'm very excited for that. I know, I'm morbid, I'm sorry. And Winter's Child, I honestly don't remember what that one was. Whoops. Okay, then Room, Breathing Underwater. This one, Breathing Underwater, I might read this month. It's not on my TBR for sure, but it is MentalHealth-Athon, and this is about this guy, Nick, I think his name is. He beats up his girlfriend, Caitlin, and then he has to go to anger management. For part of his anger management is to write in a diary. So, I'm excited. But you know what? I just put that in the wrong spot. Because Neil Gaiman goes after Alex Flynn. A, B, C, D, E, F, then G. Okay, then Lisa Gardner is Find Her. Now Is Everything. Spin. These are 2 Giles, but this one is Amy Giles, and this one is Lamar Giles. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then Spare and Found Parts. Now, these ones under my dice cube thing, these are the ones I'm supposed to read this month. You should already know about these two, but these two are arcs that are coming out in May. So I'm supposed to be finishing those this month. This one I've already read part of, and I just barely started A Wicked Thing. I've read part of this, but you guys, I'm really not interested. It's not my type of story, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not into fame and music, and I like listening to music, but I don't care about learning about musicians or having my stories depict musicians. Not my thing. So I don't know, I might not finish that one. And then me and my brother again. Then this is shelf 2. My chihuahua goes up there. And this. Alright. So this one has 2 authors, but I used Jake Halpern as the first one. Just because he was listed first, and yeah, really, that's really the only reason. And then this one also has 2 authors, but I used the first one, which was Hendrix. And then Becoming of Noah Shaw, The 48, Feral Youth, and then Maureen Johnson. Everyone says that she has really good books, and I'm really interested to read something by her. So, eventually that'll be cool. This one, Anything But Okay by Sarah Darragh Littleman. I might pick that one up for MentalHealth-Athon as well, because it shows PTSD, or at least I'm guessing that it's PTSD. They don't really outright say that, but it's about this guy who comes back from war and he's not the same, and his sister tries to change him and make him happy. And so, yeah, I think that will be a great choice. And then I've only heard great things about We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Then Emery Lord, I believe. Yeah. The names they gave us. So this one is gonna just wreck my soul. It's about a mom who gets cancer for a second time and how her kids deal with it. I think her kids are teenagers, but I don't know for sure. I'm not emotionally ready for that right now, so eventually. Then Lisa Jackson. Yes. Without Mercy. I honestly don't know much about it. I bought it because it was at Goodwill, and it was cheap. And I typically like Lisa Jackson, although it's been a while since I've read anything by her. But Without Mercy. Sandy Jones. This one was getting a lot of hype on BookTube, The First Mistake, and I kind of just jumped on that bandwagon and bought it. I noticed that I accidentally bought a bunch of stuff that I jumped on the bandwagon with, and I'm actually unhauling that. You'll see that in a later video, but I just thought that would be cool. Then Bridget Kemmerer. I read Cursed So Dark and Lonely by her this year. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. It was good. So, call it what you want. I'm excited for that. Then, Tiffany King and Stephen King. These are my Stephen King books with my little, I don't know what this is called, paperweight. It's not a paperweight, is it? Whatever this is. It says set goals and crush them. And my friend got this for me right before I moved. I moved to a new town to go to school. And this was one of my going away presents. And along with the gold dice that you haven't seen yet, but you will. And I just like it. It looks cool in gold, in my opinion. So there's that. And then the same friend that gave me this before I left also recently sent me a ton of books. And most of them were Dean Koontz because I love me some Dean Koontz. However, I haven't read very many of these. I was very surprised. Mostly I've read the Odd series. And I love Odd Thomas and that series. But she sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all those. And then there's a stack back here too. I believe altogether there were 20, which is a crazy amount, but that's cool. The one that there's 2 that I'm most excited for. So, besides the Thomas Odd books, because I've read those, I love those, I'll reread them, but yeah. Let's see. Dean Koontz Dragon Tears. So I thought this would be a fantasy, because it's called Dragon Tears, but if I'm mistaken. Okay, so this is about a cop who tries to keep his life together, and he tries to be positive and everything. And then one night when he was on the job, someone came up to him. Let me see what the exact words were. Tick tock, you'll be dead in 16 hours. Dead by dawn, dead by dawn, dead by dawn. Oh, so that sounds great. I just cannot wait for that. That one, and let's see if I can... Oh, there it is. It's not that far. And Soul Survivor. Sound amazing. So, Michael told me what Soul Survivor was about. But let me think. I think it was about a plane crash. And this guy thought that his wife and his kid died. But a year after the plane crash, a woman comes to him and tells him that they're not dead, and then she just vanishes. And it's kind of like the story of him trying to find them and see what the truth is. And that sounds amazing as well. So let's put these back. I'm trying really hard to be more organized, because at this place, my life is going to be organized, she says. Okay. And then after Dean Koontz, we have all my M authors right over here. So, Hell World, The Third Victim, What I Believe, which was another one that Michael sent me with the Dean Koontz books. From Twinkle with Love, which I'm pretty sure is on my 20 books to read in 2020. Spoiler alert, I haven't yet. But I'm only halfway through the year. Not even halfway through the year. Then A Good Idea and Better Than the Best Plans. And right here in this little corner are all my letters of the alphabet. So when I play Bookopoly, sometimes I land on this space where I have to pick a letter. And so it'd be like H. So I would have to find either a title that begins with H or an author that starts with H. I might do it by last name now, since it's in last name. So either a title or the last name of an author has to start with that. And it's just right there hanging out. And it's got the little, the little eyeballs. Or the lashes. Not really the eyeballs, but the little lashes. It's so cute. Alright, now we're halfway done. So the first thing I want to show you is another cup with the lashes. And this one has different colors. So on my Bookopoly board, I sometimes have to pick or I sometimes land on a space that makes me pick a color, and when I do that, I just kind of look away, grab. So there has to be white on the cover somewhere. So that's how I do that. And then up here are my books, which I only have 2 N authors, which is interesting. Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. Sorry. I've been really wanting to read it, but I haven't had good luck with retellings lately. So I'm a little bit scared to actually read that one. Then Wish. And then there's My Sister's Keeper, which I love the movie, but I'm a crybaby with it. So I think that I'm gonna cry so much when I read it. And then Geek Gorilla by Poston. I think it's Ashley Poston. Hey, I was right. But I jumped on that bandwagon. Everyone was talking about it. Never read it. So, since all of BookTube is talking about it, I finally bought it. All That Was, Nerve, Kim Savage, and then Abdal Cello. Oh, I'm so sorry. I totally butchered that. Then Amber Smith. These two are both Amber Smith. These are going to be hard to read. They're going to be really sad. And I need to be in the right mindset to read them, because this one has trigger warnings for rape. And this one, I don't quite remember, to be honest. This is my last 5-star prediction book that I haven't read yet. Spoiler alert, only one of them has actually been a 5-star read. So maybe 2, if this one is. So I gotta read this one and make another 5-star predictions. I know I'm kind of backtracking. I'm sorry, guys. But if I might end up reading When Wings Expand by Mahad Mariam Sinclair. This month for the Mental Health Readathon, it is, I think it has to do with suicide again. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure I bought a bunch of stuff that has to do with like bullying and suicide, because I like reading about that kind of thing. I don't know. Okay, and then another one that I could potentially be reading this month is Words on Bathroom Walls by Julia Walton. If you can't trust your mind, trust your heart. This is about a boy who has schizophrenia, and that would work for a MentalHealth-Athon as well. I picked a bunch of books that I might read for MentalHealth-Athon, and I'm gonna kind of just mood read it, because I'm trying really hard to make my TBRs work, but I just need a little bit of wiggle room. I do really love these kind of topics, though, so I don't think I'll have a hard time reading this type of stuff. Then there were 4. This one I'm really excited for. It's by Nancy Werlin. I'm really excited because I feel like this one is about 4 kids who survived like a school fire, and then they come to find out that their parents are trying to kill them. So that sounds like amazing. And that's by someone White, Christine White. Laura Walk, Girls with Sharp Sticks. Oh, by Suzanne Young? Yes, Suzanne Young. I didn't do that to my book. Just for the record, it came like that from Book Outlet. Because I got a dented copy or whatever, because they're cheaper that way. And then I said that I had another one of these, and like I said, I just roll it on the bed usually, and that's what I rolled this morning. So strong. I like it. And there's like lots of different words. There's like woman, boss, courageous, strong, confident. So I love that. And then right here, there's only one book here, but I've read more than that this month. But this is where my finished books that I haven't done a wrap-up for will be. Right now it's just that book, but I've listened to a lot of audiobooks lately. So for physical books, that might be it. It might not. I'm not telling. And then the last thing on this shelf is this picture of my grandpa and my grandma. So that is Grandpa Jesse, and he died a few years ago, and that is Grandma Beulah. I never got the honor of meeting her, but I'm told that I look a lot like her. So that's a very big compliment for me. But they're always right here just watching over me and watching over my books. I guess I can't say always because I just set this up today. But, oh well. Then I have all my series. And they're all alphabetized by last name of authors. Well, so let's do this. This is Confessions of a High School Disaster. I have freshman and junior year. I read freshman year. I loved freshman year. It was 5 stars. I can't read junior year until I get sophomore year, but I haven't been able to find it. So we're kind of just at a standstill there. Then Truth or Dare by Jacqueline Green is the first in a series. I have a lot that are just the first in a series, you'll notice. I don't typically read series, so a lot of these I didn't know they were series until I bought them. And then Dead Until Dark by Charlene Harris. This one's out of my comfort zone, but I'm pretty sure that Becca from Becca on the Books read it. I don't remember if she liked it though. But I wanted to kind of read out of my comfort zone a little bit. Then this is The Summer I Turned Pretty series by Jenny Han. I also want to read the other Jenny Han series, the P.S. I Like You. P.S. I Like You. The one that's on Netflix right now. Then The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I've read a couple of these, but I haven't read them all, and I haven't read them in order. So I'm just going to start the whole thing over. Sounds like the best thing. Then these are big chunky ones. Big chunky friends, but I think there's 3 stories in each of them. But it's not like I planned it this way. By Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. Well, I like him. He likes her. And Please Don't Be True. I think that's the correct order, but I don't know for sure. I haven't started reading them, so it's okay. I'll figure it out before then. Then, this one I did know was part of a series, but I still bought it because it sounds amazing. So, it's The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. So, it's a world in which you can hear people's thoughts. And that just sounded really intriguing to me. So, I got it. Then, Lauren Oliver, Delirium. I honestly don't really remember a whole ton about this one. I think, like, it's a standard of pretty or something, and you have to go through plastic surgery. Or no, that's a different one. Oh, this one. They say the cure for love will make me happy and safe forever. I've always believed them until now. Now everything has changed. Now I'd rather be infected with love for the tiniest sliver of a second than live 100 years smothered by a lie. That's right. Okay, so it's like love is illegal. That one sounds great too. I just always forget. Then we have the first in the Aragon series. I got the movie cover, even though the other cover is better. This one was at Goodwill for $1 a day. That's why I bought it. Then, on that same day, I also bought the whole Percy Jackson series, minus the second one. So, I'm kind of waiting to get the second one before I try and read these. Or at least that's the excuse I'm using. I own the whole Divergent series, but when we moved, I can't find the others, and this is the only one I haven't read yet. So when I find them, they will all be together. It's probably in one of my boxes. I'm sure it is. It has to be. I just don't know which box yet. So there might even be more books. But then there's the Ugly series by Scott Westerfield. And this one is the one where it's like there's one standard of pretty, and you have to have surgery to get to look like that one standard of pretty. And then you zoom out and you see this little first visit to Disneyland. So I've been to Disneyland a few times, but I took my husband like a month before we got married, and it was his first visit. And when we got there, they like gave us the ears and the little pin, and they're like, "Oh, awesome, first visitors!" And you know, I didn't want to say anything, even though it wasn't my first visit. I still think it was really cool. And we're moving on to my last shelf. And then my last shelf is all my read books. So I've got that, and then those, and then there's more in the back. So I don't keep a lot of books. I only keep the 5 stars and the ones that I will probably reread. And that's not very many books. Usually I don't like to reread them unless they really had an impact on me or I really loved them. Then, I don't know if you can see it, but all my children, like my childhood books, are right there. And here, I'll back up a little. This little light, okay, well, this light is clipped right here so that on each shelf I can put some light. And if I do certain videos, I can put my phone or my camera right there. And it's very helpful for videos. Alright, back to this shelf. So I got a few books over there too, behind our modem. Our modem has to hide on here just because we don't have anywhere else to put it. But that's okay. I got plenty of space. And then down here is another stack of my favorites. And these, which are super cool. Look at that. It says Allie Parker by Allie Parker. So these are the books that I wrote. So these 3 belong in a children's book series. And this one is a book of love poems. And these 3 belong in a children's book series. And this one is a book of love poems. And these are my dreams. I would love to get back into writing and get published again. That would be like the ultimate dream right now. And then the last thing here are these books in the front. So I use most of these for reference. So I have imaginative writing, the elements of craft, writing fiction. So these both help me in writing. Then this is politically correct. These are fairy tales. And I love fairy tales. The Three Little Pigs, Little Red Riding Hood, and then the more unknown ones. Let's see. Puss in Boots, The Little Mer Person, The Ant and the Grasshopper. So I just love all things fairy tales. One of my goals someday, don't know when, but someday, is to write like a backwards fairy tale or a retelling. I think that'd be really cool. And then probably my most prized book ever. I don't know. It'll be between my Bible and the books that I wrote. But let's see. So what makes this Bible so important to me, and one of my most prized books, prized possessions in general, of course, it's a Bible, you know. I'm Christian. I live through God. I don't go to church like I should. And I'm not perfect. But the thing that is the best part of this is that last year, I believe it was last year. Yeah. Last year, my mom got ordained as a minister. And I am so proud of my mom. I hope she knows how proud I am. And when I went to visit her, she gave me this Bible. Not only that though, she said, she wrote, presented to Alida McDermott by Mom. So that's wonderful. And then on this side, she wrote something for me. And I'll share that with you. And that's why this is so special to me. So, church record. To my darling daughter, may you enjoy the world of Jesus. I love you. God has saved your life. He will guide you for the rest of your life through all the good and bad. Keep Jesus in your life and in your heart. All will be great. Amen. Love you with all my heart. Love, Mom. So that's why this Bible is so special to me, because my mom got ordained and then she signed it and wrote a message for me. So that's why it goes with the rest of my reference material. But thank you for watching my bookshelf tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back and check out more videos from me. I upload on Fridays. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, where you might even get to see, oh, you ran away. Come here, Bella. Or you might even get to see this little girl in some of my videos. And I have 2 others that sometimes like to be videotaped. Right, Bella? You like it? There she is. Oh, we got a jealous. Oh, never mind. He's not jealous. But thank you. Catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.